Active insulation is intended to be worn in cool and cold temps to keep you warm while you're moving. Now, the most basic form of active insulation is a heavyweight fleece. And heavyweight fleece does a great job of managing your heat, managing moisture, and breathing very well. But it's not really very durable, and it doesn't adapt very well to changing weather conditions in the backcountry. So, for instance, if a snow squall comes through, you're going to probably have to stop and put something over top of this because the active insulation is going to absorb moisture. So in a modern clothing system, there's something called active hybrid insulation. So a great example of that is the new Sitka ambient hoodie and jacket. And what an active hybrid insulation does is it takes a very technical fleece like this, and this is actually the fleece. You don't actually have to put a liner in this, so you can just get away with 2 layers of material. And we cover that with a very lightweight, durable, 4-way stretch face. And so what this does is kind of gives us the best of both worlds. An active hybrid insulation is going to manage moisture incredibly well. It's going to manage our heat. It's going to dry incredibly quick. It's going to shed light rain and snow, so you're not going to have to stop and transition to a different layer. It's going to block a little wind, and this is going to move seamlessly from an outerwear piece to a mid-layer piece. So it's going to layer very well, and sometimes with traditional fleece, when you put certain things over top of it, it can kind of bind you up and kind of slow down or restrict your movement, which would make it difficult to hike or shoulder a shotgun or draw a bow or something like that. So, you know, you get out of your tent in the morning, you're racing the sunrise to the top of the ridge to get to a glassing spot to, you know, get a glimpse of that mule deer. And if, you know, you start to heat up a little bit, this piece is going to be able to manage that heat and dump that heat and allow you to keep getting to the top of the ridge. And when you get up there, if you are a little sweaty, this is going to dry incredibly quick, especially when you put an active or a static insulation piece over top of this. The other thing is, because it's going to be able to change, you know, with the weather conditions, you're not going to have to say stop if you're moving in on a stalk and you know, a light precipitation starts, maybe a drizzle or something. You're not going to have to stop and put on rain gear that potentially could cost you an opportunity. So, you know, in a modern day 8-piece clothing system, the active hybrid insulation is definitely a piece that is new. You know, people are just becoming aware of this. This has replaced my traditional heavyweight fleece, and I think that everyone should check out an active hybrid insulation piece for their 8-piece clothing system.